Why, hello to the people once more of the United States and from around the world. I have high news for you, meaning high alert news. There has been some intervening problems inside the United States, such as the solar storm has created problems for the world, such as power outages. Last night was reported in some areas, and what was also reported was a breakout of a solar storm raising up electricity bills. This is outrageous. This is something that cannot be spoke of, but it is everywhere. News about this is on almost every social media site that I have seen and heard about, and it has been very excruciating for people's minds. I also want to report that when this struck last night, I don't know if some people thought the solar storm was going to strike electronics, but if there's clouds over the earth, they say, or over the people, then we have no worries. But if it's a clear sky, sunny, bright sky outside, then you have to worry when there's a solar storm alert, because it could not just also ruin power lines, power grids, and create problems with power plants as well, making them go either destructive or something like that, I've heard. But in the meantime, I want to report to the people of what's going on. The electric budget has went up, and this is causing critical problems for the whole world. Prices have raised up once more, and we have to be careful, or start to be careful inside the United States, of how much electricity we use, even if we are not ordered to be. I highly suggest people to be very careful, because if you leave the TV on too much, it could lead to your bill, especially if you fall asleep with the TV on. I highly suggest people take a new routine. Sorry, my mind's boggled by this news. But also facing critical electricity bills, such as using plant lights to power your greenhouses out there, to make it where you can make them grow faster, and using natural ingredients to help them grow. But you might want to make an intensity of using less energy when using these plant lights. It is becoming critical more than you think. Yeah, by the next year, there could be higher prices of inflation that could not only cause people to want to stock up more, but also want to use less electricity. Meaning, when the summertime hits and it gets hot out, people will not be able to use air conditioners as much as they're supposed to. And as speaking of this news of what the critical prices of inflation could do to next year, very, very bad. Until things get better, but we might not see that for a while, or perhaps a long time. And this occurs to me and other people out there that also wanted to spread this news about it. I've also heard something else that sounds ridiculous and outrageous. The solar storm hasn't just done that, but it has messed with the internet. The internet not prices, but the internet flow of how and the connection it has interfaced with that. Also causing some people to have allergy problems for full time, such as me. I have allergy problems. So people like us are basically facing in these critical times at the very tip of the apocalypse that has came over us. And with this news I brought to you, what about battery-powered lights that you can hang inside of your bedroom? Well, you might want to consider taking 8 of those battery-powered ceiling lights that you also stick on the wall, but using rechargeable batteries that are AAAs to intervene with saving electricity. And this would be very important, as I am doing right now. I have a lantern on with about 5 of those battery-powered ceiling lights. I know there are some people out there that would ask, why? Well, unless if you want someone who pays rent to pay a higher price, then you know what I'm talking about. Or those who are not paying rent and they're actually just paying for their house bills that they own, that we're looking at something that is very serious. I will do my best to give you more news as much as possible.